Let's look at commands and what we need to do with written accents. Now, a lot of times this is going to happen when we want to add something to the command, like your reflexive object pronoun or your indirect object pronoun or your direct object pronoun. And the first thing we want to remember is we don't always attach these to our commands. So when do we do it? Well, there's this little rhyme. Yes command, yes attach, no command, no attach. And what that basically means is if we have a positive or an affirmative command and we need to use one of our indirect, direct, or reflexive object pronouns, we are going to attach it to the end of the command. And if it's a negative command like don't do something, we're not going to attach it. Now, let me just say, this video is just about how to do it. This video is not about why we do it. So we'll cover that in another video. This is just kind of like a cheater way to say, hey, you know, you're taking a test or you're writing this stuff down and you just want to know the quick down and dirty way to know where it goes. Okay, and the other thing I want to say is this is going to work with about 99% of the verbs that you're going to come across. Will there be exceptions? Absolutely, alright? And so if you find an exception, put it in the comments below and maybe someone can help us out. Okay, so the first thing we want to start with is basically if we have positive commands that are more than 2 syllables. The following will be true. Okay, so if you attach 1 or 2 of your reflexive, your indirect, or your direct object pronouns, then we're going to have to put on a written accent. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and snap my fingers and we're going to put up a few examples on the board. Alright, so here we have a few commands. We've got escribe, traiga, coman, and lava. So let's say on the first one, we wanted to add, instead of just saying write, we wanted to say write me. Alright, so I added one thing, which means I'm going to need a written accent. So we go back to our original word, escribe, and we count back 1 syllable, 2 syllables, there goes our written accent, escríbeme. That's all there is to it. You count back 1, 2, done. Alright, traiga, bring. What if we wanted to say bring it to me? So now we attach 2 things. We go back to our original word, we count back 1, 2. Whoa, now I have a problem. I have an A and an E, right? An apple and an Indiana. Well, it's going to go on the A. So how do I know? Well, the other thing we want to know is just remember that you, not like you as a person, and I, but not like me, are weak. So in this situation where we have the A and the I, we're going to put it on the A as an apple. Eat. And maybe you're telling a group of people like, eat the worms. Eat them. Alright, I added one thing. So I know I'm going to need a written accent, so I'm going to count back 1 syllable, 2, written accent. Or maybe we have lava, wash your hands, lava, te, las. So we added 2 things, count back 2 syllables, add your written accent. 2 other things we want to look at that are going to cause us a little bit of trouble, alright? So over here, I'm going to put up some vosotros commands. And then we're going to talk about some irregular 2 commands. Alright, I'm going to snap my fingers, put up a few on the board. Alright, if you have a vosotros command, and remember we are only talking about our affirmative commands, and all you're going to do is add 1 object pronoun. So one of the reflexives, or one of the indirects, or one of the directs. If you just add 1 of those, like you wanted to say, sing to me, you don't do anything, right? You do nothing. This makes our life easy. Or you wanted to say, decidme, tell me. Again, you do nothing. But if for some reason you're going to add 2, then we're going to need the written accent. So if you wanted to say, like, I don't know, sing it to me, or tell me it, then we need to add a written accent, and we are going to do that on the last vowel. Okay? So over here, almost all of the time, whenever we add 1 or 2, we're going to count back 1, 2, accent. Now, over here, see how these are in this little box over here? These are the things that work just a little bit differently. So if you have positive vosotros commands, if you do 1, add 1, do nothing. 2, add an accent. All right. Now, let's come down here to the bottom, right? I'm down here. Right here, see me? Bottom of the screen? Okay, good. These are our 2 commands of 1 syllable. You know, Vin Diesel has 10 ponce. Vin Diesel has 10 weapons, right? You remember that? If you don't, check out the video below. Okay. So, again, if you just add 1 thing, do nothing. If you add 2, add a written accent to the original word. Okay, so I have D. And if I said dime, that's 1, do nothing. But if I said dimelo, what was I thinking? Dimelo, you're going to add a written accent. Alright, as. Asla, make it. You added 1, you do nothing. Well, what if I said make it for us? As, nos, la. We added 2, so we come back to the original word. Yes command, yes attached. No command, no attached. Indirect before direct, reflexive first of all. I'm sorry, it's going to be in your head for a long, long time. This is not about the why of what we do. It's just a quick down and dirty of the how. Suerte.